Here you can see we're taking an Xbox 360 controller, and here's the IntensaFire in the packaging. Putting this together is about as simple as doing Legos when you were a kid. Just follow the directions. You're going to take your Microsoft controller, which doesn't always have to be new, but here in this case we do have a new Microsoft controller. Take out the battery pack. You're going to immediately take out the 7 screws that are in the back. You have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 in the upper, and then 1 in the middle right behind the battery pack. As you can see, we're taking it out here. Now when you open the controller, you can see there you just kind of open it up. You want to take the button side and open it up facing down so your buttons don't fall out. It's really a simple process if done that way. Take out your middle piece which conjoins it. And then you want to, this is a 2-part solution. This would be the wire glue. It's the epoxy or compound, however you want to call it, is a wire glue. We have already mixed it together. When you do receive it in the packaging, it will be already pre-mixed in a small syringe, and you'll have about 1 gram's worth. As you can see here, though, we had already pre-mixed it together so we can get the exact right content. As you can see, there's the screwdriver in the packaging that originally would open it up. We're using our own screwdriver here. You can use any screwdriver you want to open it up, but we do provide the screwdriver. There's the flex board. As you see, it just lays in very nice and neat right there on the board of the Microsoft controller. Very easy to use. To help us hold it down while we're doing the gluing, we've noticed that using a couple pieces of Scotch tape helps. You don't have to use as many as we are. You don't have to use it at all, but it does help us a little bit when keeping in position when putting down your glue. It also helps if you are really impatient and you just want to throw it back together and close it up real quick because it's not going to cause any problems with the circuitry. As you can see there, we're taping over the LEDs, which is at the top of the screen right now. It's more toward, at the bottom middle of your screen, where the last piece of tape went. Right now, he's taping the part where the ground is. Where he's actually taped the beginning up above his hand, where the LEDs are, is a really nice feature because the LEDs no longer have to be soldered where people would normally solder their wires. It has red LEDs, which you'll see here towards the end, which is real nice because it lights up the controller, gives it a nice little special look. Here, as we hold it up, you'll see dead center in the middle where the top is. Over here to the right is where you're going to, to your left was your left trigger. On the bottom there is where your ground would be. You see everything lines up real nice. You see the silver the units there is actually already your solder from the previous points on the original board. So that's what we were saying. If someone does want to use a solder, they can just turn around and use a solder and just heat it up and touch it. Otherwise, we've got this lovely wire glue we're using to just put it on. We'll show you how easy this applies. We're using a toothpick here to put it together. So our first point, as you can see here, he's actually doing the right side. You don't have to wear glasses like that when you're doing this either. But there you can see on the right side how easily it goes on there. It's very nice. We're now doing the grounds at the bottom. You see, this is the third point here. That is your fourth point. Now we are doing the what looks like the right, but it's actually the left trigger. And here we are doing the sync, which you will use to toggle it to turn it on and switch through different modes. Very simply done. So as you can see here, you can see that where all the points have been soldered. Very smooth, very simple process. Showing the LEDs right now. We have already got those all set up for you. Very nice. Now we're using the tape mainly because it is the compound as it stands right now is about a 12-minute cure. By the time it is in the packaging and released on September 1st, it will be down to about a 5-minute cure. The tape just helps hold it in place while it does cure and dry. However, if you want to do it in a matter of seconds, obviously you still can use a soldering iron to just 1, 2, 3 it real fast. Once again, you don't have to use any solder when doing that. However, if you want to do it with the wire glue, which will be coming available, you'll just dab it on there, and it'll be dried up here very quickly. Once dried, you can see as the controller is completely closed here, nice and tight. You're going to have yourself a modded controller at this point, but you still want to put the screws back into the actual controller. As you can see, it's showing that it's in player 1. I use the sync to turn it on. Now it shows it's in mode 1, mode 2 for Halo, mode 3, mode 4, Gears of War, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and mode 5, which is your user programmable mode. Here we're showing you how to actually set your user programmable mode. You hold down the trigger, press the sync button. It will flash, letting you know that you're in the mode. Tells you how many flashes, or on the left side as you saw, are 10s, and the right was the 1s. And there you go. It's continually moving up to the next one. Once you have it set, you will hit your hit your sync button again, and you will have yourself your user programmable mode, which allows you to update it for any games in the future. And that's the IntensaFire.